with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good afternoon, I'm Elspeth Meisner, and thanks so much for joining us for Erie News Now Weekend NOWCAST. We're going to start things off with the latest on COVID-19 in our area. This week, the FDA gave approval for multiple COVID-19 vaccine proposals. Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson are now all eligible to administer COVID-19 booster shots. People are also allowed to mix and match their boosters from the original dosage. And starting early next month, children ages 5 to 11 can get a COVID-19 vaccine as well. Epidemiologist and Erie News Now contributor Dr. Becky Dawson says this is a great move in the right direction.
Every student who is kindergarten through 12th grade is eligible and can receive this vaccine. And from a standpoint of like contact tracing and then quarantining students and maybe even getting to a point where we can take masks off in schools, like the vaccine is key to all of this.
Dr. Dawson also clarified for those who did not get a booster shot or aren't planning on getting one, at this point it doesn't change the definition of being fully vaccinated. Sticking with COVID-19 news, Congressman Glenn Thompson has tested positive for COVID-19. According to a press release, Thompson started having cold-like symptoms on Friday afternoon and immediately got tested. That test came back positive despite him being fully vaccinated. The congressman will be receiving treatment at the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. Glenn Thompson serves for Pennsylvania's 15th district. Pfizer also says the child-sized doses of its COVID-19 vaccine are more than 90% effective in kids ages 5 to 11. The drug maker released its data on Friday after tracking over 2,000 kids who received doses of the 1/3 of the size given to teens and adults. Pfizer concluded that the shots were safe and effective in preventing severe symptoms in children who could contract the disease. The FDA will then review the material and make a recommendation likely sometime next week. The CDC must then conduct its own review and give its approval before the vaccine can be rolled out to the public. Meantime, the Biden administration has already purchased 1 million kid-sized doses, enough to inoculate the roughly 28 million 5 to 11-year-olds in our country. Turning now to things happening right now, if you're looking to switch careers or searching for a new job, LECOM is hosting a job fair today that goes until 1 o'clock.
Men and women got a chance to learn about starting a career at LECOM during their job fair on Saturday. LECOM, like many other businesses and organizations around the region and nation, were looking to add more members to their team.
Always need more, and it's been a little more challenging getting the applicant flow. So we are trying any way we can to find people. This job fair is just one of those ways.
And right through these doors, opportunities awaited, whether as a big job like a nurse or even a smaller job like cleaning one of the many facilities right here at LECOM.
There's those entry-level positions that can get your foot into the door for a career in healthcare and can really make it a lifelong career.
Thompson explained that no matter what the role is, every job is important and every person is considered a frontline hero.
These nurses and physicians and nurses' aides and even down to our housekeepers, our dietary staff, they are the healthcare heroes. They're the ones that are out there every day fighting this battle. And if someone's looking for a way to help combat this pandemic, of course, being a part of the healthcare field is a great way to do that.
Elspeth Meisner, Erie News Now.
We also have more information on jobs available on this story, which can be found on our website, erienewsnow.com. In other health-related news for today, our body's health is quite important, which is why AHN held a cancer screening today. All morning and throughout the early afternoon, you could stop by their wellness pavilion on the west side of Erie to get screened for a number of different types of cancers. You could get checked for breast cancer, lung cancer, prostate, head, neck, and colon cancer, as well as skin cancer. Organizers say close to 100 people signed up to come by to get a health checkup today.
This is an absolutely important event for a community. Screenings have been delayed or pushed back the last year because of the pandemic. Many patients have been lagging behind, so we thought this is a good opportunity to get all these patients up to date on their screenings.
Today's event also featured a Meet the Doctor table where patients could ask questions and discuss any concerns they may have about their health with the physicians on hand. Currently, right now in Erie County, we're learning more and more about the shooting that took place on that Hollywood set, including with Alec Baldwin. Our Isley Gooden spoke with local filmmakers to learn more about safety when it comes to film sets.
Actor Alec Baldwin discharged a prop gun and mortally wounded cinematographer Helena Hutchins, the director of photography on the film Rust. Filmmaker John C. Lyons says he was shocked to hear of the news.
Anytime that you have firearms on set, you take it extremely seriously.
This has happened before, most notably in 1993. Actor Brandon Lee, son of icon Bruce Lee, was killed by a prop gun on the film The Crow. His death ruled accidental, and strict new protocols for prop firearms have been in place ever since.
These prop firing guns function like a real weapon would.
While they may be fake, prop guns still require serious handling.
You know, check your clip, make sure it's empty. Some of them have safeties, some of them don't. That cannot fire ammunition, but the guns I use are essentially fireworks.
Now you don't even need any blanks or anything in the gun. You can just kind of point the gun, pull the trigger, and you can add like muzzle flash in the computer.
Filmmakers use prop guns frequently.
It's a shame. It does fall, you know, it's just a tragedy that it happened.
Reporting, Isley Gooden, Erie News Now.
Turning to events happening right here in Erie. Yesterday in Erie County, legendary performer Vanessa Williams took the stage at the Mary D'Angelo Performing Arts Center on Friday night. Take a listen. The seats were filled with audience members eager to hear the multi-talented performer sing at Mercyhurst University. In addition to her musical, she's going to be an actress, fashion designer, and she was the first African-American woman to be crowned Miss America back in 1984. And in just a few hours, hockey will be back as the Erie Otters are set to take the home ice tonight for the first time in 594 days. It's been a long time coming for both players and fans, but also for local businesses who rely big on those big games and events in downtown Erie. Our Haley Potter has a closer look.
Hockey is back, and so are the fans for the first time in nearly 600 days. There hasn't been the hustle and bustle of Erie Otters fans downtown since March of 2020. So I think it's safe to say some of the local businesses downtown are excited to have their game day regulars back.
You know, we're looking forward to having all the fans come back and, you know, have dinner before the game or after the game, stopping in for late night drinks and snacks.
Here at Cloud9 Wine Bar, they always attract fans, being just a 3-minute walk from the arena. The general manager, Rob Garber, expects a big crowd this weekend.
It does help us a lot with having all the businesses downtown closed for so long.
This season, they also started playing away games on their TVs to get Otters fans on all game nights. It's the same thing down the road at Plymouth Tavern, where they play the away games and host a crowd for home games.
Lots of jerseys, lots of colors, all the time.
Server and bartender AJ Hansen says the 594-day hockey hiatus has been tough on their business.
We really missed them last year. We're just very excited that they're back this year. A lot of our pregame regulars have already started calling to make their standing reservations for all of the games, so we're super excited about that.
At the beginning of the season, some fans reserve a table in advance for every single home game. Hansen says he has about 8 regular tables that he serves every game. He said one of them is his dad, which makes the experience much cooler. And sticking with sports, time for a look at some of the games happening today. For high school sports, for today we have Fairview welcoming Titusville in town for an afternoon game. That game's going to get started at 1 p.m., so just under 15 minutes to go for that one. Then at night, it is Oil City, where the Oilers are going to battle Erie High. That game is at 7 o'clock, Erie visiting Oil City. Well, that does it for the Erie News Now Weekend Nowcast. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to tune in to Erie News Now for the latest news, weather, and sports, all happening at 6 o'clock this evening. Have a great Saturday.